All right, it says I am live, so I suppose I am. Hello, everybody in the chat. Hopefully, you just let me know if you can hear me. I always like to just do a tech check just to make sure that you can hear me, that you can see me. Technology sometimes can be our friend, and sometimes it can be our, well, not friend. So, hello, Joel. Hello, Patty. Hello, John. Judy, I think I saw your comment a little bit ago. I'm not sure if you were here or not, but I'm glad everybody made it. Obviously, I'll give a little bit of time for people to start filtering in before we start. So, kind of as before, you can hear me? Perfect. Appreciate it. The first about 45 minutes or so to an hour, give or take, is just going to be some quiz fun and some would you rathers. And then again, the second half, I do have some like YouTube stuff I want to talk about. And of course, if y'all have any questions or anything you want to talk about YouTube related, then just let me know. But I definitely just want to talk about some YouTube insight stuff too. Hello, Bert. Thanks for popping in. Glad you can make it, as always. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. What's the weather like for everybody? I'm here in Rosemary's room. She's peacefully sleeping right now. But the weather outside for me, it's kind of partly cloudy. We've had some rain here recently, but we needed it. Hello, Logan. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate the little thumbs up, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. But yeah, weather-wise, what's the weather looking like where everybody's at? Just out of curiosity. Said out here in beautiful NC, we are having some cloudage, but cold. Yeah, it's getting cold here too. Well, it's been cold for a while, right? We've had a lot of frosty mornings recently. Hello, Alan. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, Alan, that was a nice video that you had earlier on the big tree, that tall tree in New York. Very, very tall tree. And I was seeing some of the comments, they were saying something like Christopher Columbus planted that tree, but that was interesting. Hello, cat friends. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. It's weird, it's cold, but our grass is already starting to, we have Bermuda grass out here, and it's already getting like pockets of green showing up already. I don't know if we're going to have snow at all where we live. Bye, Logan. Take care, friend. We'll catch you next time. Oh, you wrote it. Okay, Alan. I wasn't sure as far as that. I didn't read the description of it, but it was a fun video. Informative, good music with it too. Hello, Rev. Hope you're doing well today, Rev. How's it going down in Florida? Hope everybody is having a good Sunday here. Does anybody have the Sunday scaries? Does anybody know what the Sunday scaries are? I think that's a younger term, but let me know in the chat if you've heard of the Sunday scaries. Yeah, John, it definitely, yeah, spring is upon us here almost, it seems like, huh? $60 degrees, sunny in Texas. Yeah, so the Sunday scaries are, I think, like I said, it's a younger person's term where they kind of fear and they start getting anxiety and they start worrying because Monday they have to go back to work again. It's like, I don't know, young folks, right? They're neurotic a bit. They have a lot of anxiety and a lot of worries in their life. And I kind of somewhat blame them living off in social media. They're always anxious. They're always worried. They're always fearful. So, but that's the Sunday scaries. Now, I did want to say, you have that all the time, Joel. You have that every Sunday. I did want to say for myself, actually, like job wise for me, I am not working in that call center at home anymore because it just wasn't for me. I loved working from home, but it just wasn't working out. It was not the greatest of companies, and it was like, eh. So, what I do have though, I might be working at a local university, NC State, and I might be working in the veterinarian field, not as a vet, but NC State has like a nation, like not world renowned, but nation renowned veterinarian facilities and veterinarian practices. So I might be working cleaning the hospital. And hello, Annabelle. Thanks for popping in. I hope Dom is doing well. Hello, Sydney Cat. Thanks for popping in also. But so I could be, see what Alan was saying here. My work has been laying off, which is exciting to see what happened. Okay, well, hopefully everything goes well there. Hello, NPP. Thanks for popping in. Glad you can make it. Hello, Martha. Thanks for popping in also. Glad you can make it. Hopefully Anu can make it because she's got some information about Bless. I'm still praying for Bless, and I have some information about Bless also, but I don't want to say anything if she's not in here. I don't want to overstep my bounds on that. Hello, Veronica. Glad you could make it. Thanks for popping in. But what I was saying with a new job potentially, I have an interview, a Google Meet interview tomorrow, and I could just be kind of working in the hospital, helping out, cleaning, but also working with what's called donor cats. Donor cats, they donate their blood for like blood transfusions. And one of our kitty cats, Pandora, she was at one point in time a donor cat at NC State. So it was really cool. Oh, Rev, hey, you need to jump around? Hey, that's no problem. I appreciate you coming in, and hopefully you'll be able to pop back in and play on the quiz and learn a little bit more YouTube insight. So I appreciate you coming in. So anyways, like I was saying, she was a donor cat, and she had a good life. I've been told that they take really, really good care of these kitties. What are you saying, cat friends? Rich people use the kitty blood as face cream to not get wrinkles. Well, I'm not going to say that necessarily. Who knows? I'm going to stay away from that one, cat friends. All right, I'm going to give probably about maybe another minute or so, and then we're going to start on these quizzes. I'll let everybody know like who's where quiz-wise. I think our number one person on the quiz is not here, so maybe everybody has a chance of collecting some points, because there is one person that is like way ahead of everybody else. But anyways, again, I appreciate everybody popping in here. Yep, you got it, Joel. That's the person who's way ahead. I hadn't seen her recently, so hopefully everything's doing well with Katie. Bert, beautiful. Okay, I do look forward to, hopefully you'll kind of hit that in the beginning of your live. Hello, Joax. Nice popping in there. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you can stay for a while and maybe play on the quiz a little bit, some would you rathers, and maybe learn some new YouTube stuff. Or you might have some YouTube stuff you can share with the chat and me. Yeah, I'm assuming, Bert, that Katie's okay. It's weird for her to go like a day or two, and not hear from her at all, right? Because I haven't seen her in anywhere recently, the last day or two. So it's kind of odd. All right, let me take this comment off, And let me go on to the next little thing. As you can see, this is round 4 with this quiz. As you can see, I'm not going to go over all these rules, blah, 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 but you either get it right or you get it wrong. There's no extra points. Obviously, some questions might be worth more than others. You have about 30 seconds or so to answer, and don't spam your answers. One answer and that's it. Have fun with it, and there still might be a quiz in a little bit of time. Martha, yeah, I was talking about Katie shopping. I haven't seen her in a while. But I'm going to pop myself off of this here so we can see everything. Take that off too. And then give me a thumbs up in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat when you are ready for the first question. And we will start. Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up, so we are gonna roll here. All right, this is the leaderboard. Actually, that's the first thing. So the leaderboard here before the questions. So as you can see, Katie is killing it right now. She's got 49 points. I kind of quickly filled this leaderboard out earlier, but Katie's got 49 points. Tranquil's got 29. John's got 26. I don't have this in order. Who's in the chat though? Joel, if you're still in here, you have 13 points. NPP, you have 4 points. Excuse me, Bert, you got 4 points, or you got 4 points. Also, Martha, you got 18 points. So with Katie not being in here, somebody can maybe, take the lead or maybe gain on her a bit. Maybe I'll do something like the first to 100 points wins. I'm not sure. We'll see. But that's the leaderboard. That's what's going on right now. All right. First question. Which continent is closest to Antarctica? And that's just worth 1 point. North America, South America, Asia, or Africa? And go ahead. What are your guesses? Or what do you actually, if you know what it is? All right, so let's kind of give some of the answers. So NPP is thinking North America. John is thinking Australia. Cat's Friends is thinking South America. Bert's is thinking South America. Martha is thinking Asia. Alan is thinking Virginia. Interesting, Alan. Could be. Joax is thinking Asia. Christy, or Veronica, I should say, is thinking North America. Hello, Dragon. Thanks for popping in. We're doing a little bit of a quiz, Dragon. Feel free to participate if you desire. I just made you a standard moderator. So you're with that, Dragon, you're able to check out other channels if you want to. You would just click on their channel, and you kind of feel free to check out some cool friends. You were the kids that made it interesting, Bert. Bert, you and John. You made it interesting. After class, Bert, you got to wait till the end. You just got to hold. Or you'd be one of those kids. There were a few times in elementary school where the kids didn't tell us they had to go to the bathroom, pooping especially, and they pooped their pants. And then guess who had to clean it? It was me. That was good times. But I regress. Yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. Okay, let's go ahead and reveal the answer. So it is number 2, South America. So if you pick South America, you are correct. Alan, you might want to get that checked out on. That's going to be a medical issue, so we'll send you to the nurse. And hopefully they can do the Heimlich maneuver on you and take care of that problem. Let us know, though. All right, so I'm going to go on to the second question. All right, so yeah, Bert, you can sleep. So what do Tom Hanks, Michael Keaton, Ellen DeGeneres, and Owen Wilson all have in common? It's worth 2 points, and those are your choices. So what do you think? What do you think about that one? What number do you think? Are they all born in July? They all Canadian? They all have voice acted? Or they're all left-handed? Joel, is the nurse hot? It depends on your definition of hot. It's possible. I'm seeing some number 3s in the chat so far. Bert's got 3, Cat Friend's got 3, Joel's got 3, John's got 1, Martha's got 3. Alan, you're left-handed, so am I. There's not many left-handed folks out there, so us lefties got to stay together. You know what's crazy, right? Back in like 40 years ago, maybe 50 years ago, if you were left-handed, you were seen as, wicked, or there's like something wrong with you, and they tried to teach you to become right-handed. Isn't that crazy? Back like 30, 40, 50 years ago or so, maybe a little bit longer. Yeah, us lefties need to stick together. There's not many of us. I think like 1 out of every 10 people, 15 people are left-handed. In like my immediate family, just me and my grandmother are left-handed, and that's it. Yeah, Martha, yep, that's what they did to your mom. I believe it. Yeah, because left-handed people were like considered evil or sinister or wicked or something, or just there's something wrong with them. But Joax, you're also left-handed? Cool. So we got a few lefties here. Annabelle, your daughter's left-handed? All right, yeah, nice. Maybe I can start like a left-handed channel. Left-handed stuff only. Okay, I think everybody answered that question, so I'm going to reveal the answer now. Let's see who was right and who was wrong. Although it's just for fun, mostly. Speak for yourself, Alan. All right, so yes, if you pick number 3, they have all voice acted, yes. Now, as an additional point for this question, they all did voice acting for what animated company? They were all in one company. What was the company? What was the animated company, animated studio company that they worked with? That's for 1 extra point, if you know, or if you want to take a guess. What's Cat Friend saying here? In other cultures like the Middle East, left-handed is the wiping hand, so left hand is considered unclean. That's interesting to know. All right, we got a few people saying Pixar. Cat Friend's thinking Disney. I'll reveal that in a few moments on who the company was. Alan, do you use a what is that thing they have in Europe? A bidet? Just curious if you use a bidet. We got some more Pixar. Veronica thought Disney. Joax thought Pixar. Apparently Alan has a bidet. Very fancy indeed. We had to use those when we were out in Europe, and they were out in Ireland, and they took a little while to get used to. Very cold water. Oh, out in Japan, the toilets in Japan, they sing to you, and they heat up, and they do a bunch of crazy things. That's why I get to Japan. Japan's like crazy with the stuff they do. Well, all you people have bidets. Man, I'm poor. I just have a regular old-fashioned toilet. It just flushes. It doesn't sing to me. It doesn't shoot water up towards me. It doesn't heat up. I can't program it to vibrate. Nothing. Quite sad. All right, let's get on to the next question. All right, question number 3. When was the hairdryer invented? And this was worth 3 points. 84, 1902, 1984, or 1894, or 1888. When was the hairdryer invented? What is Cat Friend saying? During COVID, paper shortages, a bidet would have been useful. Oh yeah, remember COVID? You could find toilet paper anywhere. Right? No toilet paper, no paper towels. It's like it was just always gone. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's just insane. All right, I'm going to give about another maybe 20. Nice. Nice. Could be 4000 BC, right? All right, about another 10 seconds or so. I'll give anybody else a chance to answer, and then we'll reveal, and we'll go on to the next thing. I see a lot of different answers here. 2s and 4s I'm seeing. And then John's 4000 BC. All right, let's reveal the answer. So if you pick number 4, or if you said 1888 in the chat, you were correct. Hello, Betty. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you coming in. We're doing some quiz questions right now, Betty, and we're talking about toilets and bidets and left-handed people. Are you left-handed, Betty? We have a lot of left-handed people in this chat right now. Alan Williamson is saying that the modern toilet was invented by Thomas Crapper. Could be. Could be. All right, let's go to the next question. A little music question here. Popular music. So, when was Oops, I Did It Again by Britney Spears released? This is worth 4 points. And those are your 4 answers. What do you think? I wonder what she did again, though. Had another pregnancy? Oh, I shouldn't say that. On YouTube, this is for educational and humor purposes only. Do not take this serious. All right, let's see what people are saying. We got some 2s, so 1998. We got some 3s, 2002. We got a 1 in 2000. John is going with 4000 BC again. I guess maybe that's going to be John's answer for everything. It's 4000 in BC. That's funny. Joe Axe is saying number 1 also. I'll give about another maybe 10-15 seconds or so, and then we'll reveal the answer to this question. Whatever happened to Britney Spears? Is she still is Britney Spears around still? Does anybody know? Does she sing songs still? Or, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And maybe I don't want to touch that subject too much because it could be a little controversial. And I'm not big enough of a channel to be controversial yet. All right, let's see what the answer was. And if you pick number 1, or if you said 2000 in the chat, then you are correct. Britney apparently has a clone now. Yeah, tell me about it, Joel. I think most people in the entertainment industry have gone off on the deep end, it seems like. I might be alone in that opinion, but I don't think I am. Sydney Cat Cheese is around making weird TikToks and holding knives for real. Yeah. TikTok is a strange place though, so maybe it's a good match. I was in TikTok. I got out of TikTok finally in the beginning of this year. I got out of the toilet bowl of social media. Speaking of the toilet bowls. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, if you know about crabs, then this is up your alley. How many legs does a crab have? 5 points. Do they get 8, 10, 12, or 6? Alan, you're not missing much if you've never had Twitter or TikTok. TikTok is just, it's eh. Twitter, though, can be useful. That's actually how I give Spinetix his pet of the week, is through Twitter, because I don't have an Instagram account, so I've been giving my kitty cats their little information, their little blurb and picture through Twitter. Or X, I guess it's called now. Alan, I heard that you're popular. Yeah, I heard that you're popular in Google Maps. Joel, out of curiosity, you upload the same videos. How do they do on TikTok compared to YouTube? Out of curiosity. All right, I think everybody has answered this question. John, what is John saying? That he loves steamed blue crabs. Yeah, fish, anything from the sea besides tuna is not for me. I am not a fan. All right, let's reveal the answer. So a TikTok, got TikTok on the mind. So if you pick number 2, or if you said 10, then you are correct. Let's see, cat friends, you're saying TikTok, you get a lot of views but no comments. So there's not a lot of engagement then, which is not really ideal, to me at least. Joel and Spike, they do a little bit better on TikTok, just don't get as many followers, haven't been on TikTok for very long. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next question. Which country is Peppa Pig from? So Peppa Pig. Where is Peppa Pig at? What do you think? Sydney Cat, I'm glad that TikTok seems to work for you. You're getting a lot of comments. That's good. And you have a cat, right? So a cat is like, you know, a cat or a dog. Animals and kids, they're like superpowers when it comes to social media channels. Everybody loves cats, dogs, and kids, right? Or most everybody. John, you are, but I think you're losing on purpose. You're wanting people to catch up, right? John is thinking they came from Mars. Could be. There are some weird cartoons nowadays. I'm seeing a lot of 3s in the chat here for the answer. Yeah, John, that's very kind of you to, let everybody catch up. Although Katie is really being kind and letting a lot of people catch up potentially. She'll have some competition soon. Okay, I think, cat friends, 100%. I don't invest. Yeah, that's why I got out of TikTok. I was tired of being on 2 platforms, and I just decided YouTube is going to be a better place for me personally, and what I'm trying to do long term. Okay, so here is the answer. If you pick number 3 or you said the UK, then you are correct. And if you don't have an idea on the questions, then you can just guess, right? No harm in guessing. All right, so let's go to the next question. So is a jalapeno pepper a fruit or a vegetable? A fruit or a vegetable? Jalapeno peppers. All I know is they're hot. Let me put this up for you, Joel, just in case anybody does want to check it out. I'll do you a little plug there. So if people want to write that down or, I don't know, take a picture of it or something, you know, they have that option. I'll just keep that up as the question goes on. Well, I'm seeing a bit of mixture here. I'm seeing some ones and I'm seeing some twos. So chat is usually pretty on the same page, but lots of ones and lots of twos. So there is a mix here. So this will be interesting. I'm going to give about another, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds or so, and then we'll get on to the answer here. I eventually need to pipe in some music here. I know I have David guitar off the cuff, but I'm not sure if his music would work with this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go with the answer. And it is a fruit. So if you said number 1, you are correct. It is a fruit. All right, Joel, I'm going to take your comment off. Hopefully, if anybody was, you know, interested in Alan, let me hide this comment, and then let me get back to here. I sung a song yesterday because Bert or I should say Bert's and all of his clones were were begging, I guess, or asking nicely. I don't want to say begging. So I might. At the end of the stream, maybe I'll sing another song. But I can't make any guarantees. If everybody stays in the stream until 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, then yes, I will. I will sing something. All right, let me take that off. Although you've been warned, my singing is horrible, so your ears will not be happy. All right, next question. Which celebrity has hosted Saturday Night Live the most? Those are your 4 options. Which one do you think it is? I have to see. I don't know if I've ever watched a whole Saturday Night Live. I didn't know Saturday Night Live was on anymore. I gotta get like canceled or something. But I guess it's still going. I don't find Saturday Night Live very funny. It was maybe like in the 90s, but not anymore. All right, so we got some 1s in the chat. We got some 3s in the chat. John is thinking Marilyn Manson. Could be Marilyn Manson, right, John? Maybe. I'm seeing lots of 1s, so we're having a little bit more of a kind of a normal amount here of agreement with the chat. I'll give about another maybe 10 seconds or so, and then we'll move on to the next one. And I guess my wife, who sent me a text just as far as singing goes, she just sent me "Might Die Laughing at Your Twinkle Twinkle." Yeah, I sung "Twinkle Twinkle" yesterday. Anyways, let's move on with that. Let's get to the answer here. Okay, so if you pick number 1 or Alex Baldwin, then you are correct. And yes, as Joel mentioned here, Donald Trump, he did play Donald Trump, so that's probably why he had the most when Trump was president for those 4 years. Kind of made Alex Baldwin popular again, I thought. Made him into kind of a somebody again. Yeah, Donald, he was an interesting president, and I'm going to leave it at that. Joe Biden, an interesting president, but I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Oh, wait a second. Let me see. What is Alan saying here? Are you talking about Donald Trump here? That he has a house in somewhere? I'm not going to try to pronounce that because I'm going to screw up the name. Very true. I think Alec Baldwin got off kind of easy with that shooting, with that incident. Oh, Baldwin does. Okay, not Trump. Okay. All right. Second to last question. How many Canadian provinces are there? Are there 8, 12, or 8, 10, 11, or 5? I wade into politics a little bit, but not too much. On here, at least. I know certain topics are kind of iffy. All right, let's see what people are saying here. In the chat, we got 2s, we got 1s, we got 1s and 2s, 2s and 1s. We got John with his 10 million. That's a lot of little areas. That's like Texas, right? Texas has, right, we have counties here in our states, right? And I think Texas has like almost 300 counties. Bert, I don't know if you're in here still or not, or if you can hear me, but doesn't Texas have like a ton of counties in its state? Or anybody else who might be in Texas that's on the chat? I agree with you there, cat friends. The odds will be perfect. Yep. I'm trying to get Yoda in. Yoda running for president in 2024. I did some shorts last year. I need to pick up those shorts again with Yoda 2024 president. All right, I'm going to give maybe chat about another 10 seconds, 15 seconds or so, and then we're going to reveal the answer. We'll go on to the next one. Okay, so here's your answer. If you picked number 2, or you said 10 in the chat, then you are correct. Vote for Pedro. No, vote for Yoda. Vote for Yoda 2024. I just got to find the VP. I'm not sure who my VP is. I was talking to Raph a little bit, Allison Pearl Jam, and he was saying maybe Pearl Jam might be interested. Sydney Cat, would Sydney be interested in VP? Or maybe co-presidents? All right, let's go ahead and we're going to get on to the next and last question here. When was the Chia Pet invented? 4 points. 91, 87, 85, or 81? Sydney Cat, yes, Sydney can wear lipstick, pink lipstick. That's fine with me. If that's her, her style, if that's what she likes, I'm good with that. That is not a problem on my end. All right, we're getting some 4s. We're getting some 2. We have a 3. John the Pet Rock came out in 4000 BC, right? I think it was like 4000 BC. All right, I'll give a few more moments. I'll make sure everybody has a chance to answer. And then we'll get into some always interesting would you rathers. I always find the would you rathers interesting quandaries. I'm like, do I really want this or would I really have that? Those would you rathers. Okay, I think everybody answered who is in the chat here. So 1981. So if you pick number 4, hello Tranquil, thanks for popping in, appreciate it. Hopefully Miracle is doing well. But 1981 is when Chia Pets came around. And I myself, I was born in 1980. All right, let's go ahead and let's start some of these would you rathers. Joe Axe, are you saying it was 2? Or I'm not sure what you're saying 2, with number 2. I always thought Chia Pets were weird. I never had one myself. They always seemed like kind of a weird thing. Yeah, I was born in 1980. John, you were born in 1959. Yeah. Obviously have, age ranges, like 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. We might even have somebody in the 70s. Joel here was born in 1975. I think Bert was born. All right, let's. Oh, that was your. Okay, Joe Axe, you were born in 1977. Gotcha. All right. Martha, born in 1964. All right, let's go on to the first would you rather. So, would you rather watch nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but horror movies? So nothing but Hallmark Christmas movies or nothing but Hallmark horror movies or horror movies. One could say that Hallmark Christmas movies, if you watch enough of them, they become horror movies, basically. All right, let's see what people are saying. Joel and Spike is saying horror movies. Martha is saying horror movies. Cat Friends is saying Hallmark. Patty Fish is saying Hallmark. John is saying 4000 BC. Alan is saying Hallmark because there's normally a hot girl. Aren't there hot girls in horror movies though too? Tranquil saying horror movie. Anna, thank you for coming in. I hope you have a good night, Anna. I hope Dom continues to hopefully get better, day by day, and hopefully that surgery will take place for him, and he can start walking and doing other things on his own again. So appreciate you popping in, Anna. Take care. Let's see. Veronica is saying horror. Joax is saying horror. And then we just got some goodbyes here to Annabelle from Cat Friends, from Christy. Joel is saying Annabelle was a good horror movie. I hadn't seen it, so I don't know. Sydney is saying also goodbye to Annabelle. Patty is saying goodbye to Annabelle. I kind of agree with you somewhat there, Tranquil. Horror, yeah, Hallmark movies are a bit of a horror. What are you asking, Alan? As far as the quiz goes, to be determined. I haven't figured out a prize yet. To be determined. Um, the winner gets a cat. If it is a cat, it's going to be a stuffed cat. Free cat at 5K. 5K subs. Nah, I think I like to keep my kitties. Unless, again, it's a stuffed animal. I went for like $1 somewhere. All right, let's go on to the next one. So, would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early? So, what about that one? All right, let's see what people are saying. Joel would rather be early. Patty would always be early. Cat Friends would always be early. Martha would be early. Sydney would be early. Jox would be early. So everybody would be early. Joel, maybe you need better bait to get that worm. Tranquil would be early, and Christy would be early, or Veronica would be early, I should say. Yeah, I would rather be early also. I would rather always be early than always be late. Because 20 minutes, you're not even fashionably late anymore, right? Fashionably late is like 5 minutes maybe. You're just straight up late, and that's not a good thing. All right. How about this one? Kind of speaking of horror, somewhat. So, would you rather spend a week in a forest or a night in a real house? Week in a forest or a night in a real haunted house? Or a night in a real haunted house, I should say. Cat Friends is saying yikes. Joax, it sounds like she was all scary place, so I'm not sure what she'd be picking there yet. Sydney Cat would be the forest. Martha would be the forest. Patty would be the house. Alan, I wonder if Kenny Loggins, does that mean maybe what song I might be singing later? Could be. Let me see here. Patty Fish is saying the house. Joax is saying the forest. Cat Friends is saying a week in the forest. Tranquil is saying forest. Joax is thinking, call the Ghostbusters in the haunted house. That is definitely true, Tranquil. You do spend a lot of times in the woods, so it's almost like normal. I think I'd rather be in the haunted house. I think that would be cooler, because I don't really necessarily believe in haunted houses, but if it's a real one, yeah, sign me up for the house. I think a house would be neat. John, I hope you're feeling better. The answer is 4000 BC, but hopefully you're feeling okay there. Hopefully it was a small piece of a lung and not a big piece. Well, Sydney Cat, maybe they're real. I don't know. I mean, I've watched occasionally like those haunted ghost shows, right? Those haunted house ghost shows, and to me, they're always just kind of so staged and kind of phony looking and feeling and sounding. So it's like, I'm not sure if they're real or not. At least the TV shows. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. All right, let's go on to the next one. Here's an interesting one. Would you rather find a rat in your kitchen or a roach in your bed? So, rat in the kitchen or a roach in your bed. Neither of them are ideal, of course, but let's see what people are saying. Let's see, Cat Friends is saying a rat. Joel is saying rats. Sydney Cat is saying, oh my god, a rat. Patty is saying a rat. Martha's rats. Joax is saying rats. John is saying he'd rather have a cat in my bed purring. Yeah, I can go with that one with you too, John. Well, if you have all these cats like me and you do, right? You have the 4, I have the 9. You probably really wouldn't worry about rats. It would just be a present in your shoe or something. Tranquil went opposite. Okay, she went with a roach instead. I guess if you have a roach, it's better to have a roach that's in your bed than in your kitchen, right? Because, you know, you probably have then possibly an infestation in your house, and that's not a good thing. Rats, well, roaches bite also, actually. Roaches can bite you. They normally don't, but they can. Yeah, John. No rats or roaches. Yeah, I'm the same with all of our cats. Whatever bugs we have, the cats kill, and the ones they don't kill, the spiders kill. We have some spiders here and there. Spiders are a house's friend, actually. Like house spiders are good. Oh, if anybody has seen, just real quickly, talking about roaches and possibly 50,000 roaches, if you want to check out a movie, a part of a movie that's really, really gross, and maybe some people have seen it already, it's called Creepshow. And it has like, they're kind of like mini movies, right? There's like 4 of them, like little sections, half hour each, 25 minutes each. And this one section deals with this person who is an obsessive clean freak. He's always cleaning. He's like, he owns a hotel, or not a hotel, apartment complex or something. And he's always cleaning. And eventually the roaches come and take a visit to him. They check him out, and they check out parts of him. And I will leave it at that. But if you want to see something gross with roaches, then Creepshow, the first Creepshow movie, you need to go see that. You could probably find it on YouTube somewhere for free. But yeah, anyways, moving on. Grossing people out here. All right, next, would you rather? So would you rather have a pause or rewind button in your life? So something that can pause, maybe like pause time, or something where you can rewind time. Like, I don't know, rewind maybe an hour, 2 hours, a day, a half hour, a year, whatever. And let's see what people are saying. So Cat Friend says both. Okay. Sydney Cat thinks rewind. Patty Fish is pause. John is 4000 BC. At least you're consistent, John, with your answers. Joel is like thinking of the movie Click with Adam Sandler. I've never watched an Adam Sandler movie. I never will watch an Adam Sandler movie, but that's another discussion for another live. Let's see. Martha is thinking rewind. Tranquil is thinking rewind. Veronica changed her mind. She was thinking before rewind, but now she's thinking pause. Okay. Why the change, Veronica? Why the second thought? What made you change your mind? Joel, the rewind would come in handy for the quiz section. Yeah, that's true. You can change your answer, right? Let's see, Tranquil. I don't think that I could stand a pause here. Okay. So MPP thought that was funny with what Joel was saying about the quiz. All right, let's go on to the next one. All right, how about this one? So would you rather have a full phone battery? Always have a full phone battery, or a full tank of gas, always. So would you rather never have to fill up your gas again in your car, or never have to charge your cell phone? Let me just get quickly what Veronica was saying here. So pause to take a break, take it slow, and relax. That's a good response, Veronica. Thank you. All right, let's see. What are people saying here? So Cat Friends is saying gas. Joel is saying gas. Sydney is saying full tank of gas. Patty is saying gas. John, a full stomach. Nice. That's probably the best option, so then you don't have to buy any more food. Tranquil gas. Martha, the cell phone. Joax, the cell phone. Let's see, Christy. Yeah, let's see, Joel. You can get a full stomach at the gas station after filling. That's true. It's very smart, Joel. You can do everything there. You can do many things at the same time. Okay. Let's go on to number 7. I think for me, before I go on to number 7, I think I'd rather have a full gas tank, because think about it, gas is expensive, and to never fill up my gas tank again, how much money are you saving, right? To charge a cell phone battery doesn't take, it doesn't take any money. I mean, it takes a little bit of money with electricity, but you're saving like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year, if not thousands, with no gas. But let's go on. All right, here's an interesting one. So would you rather lose all of your teeth or lose a day of your life every time you kiss someone? So lose all your teeth or lose a day of your life every time that you kiss someone. All right, let's see what chat is thinking. Cat Friends is thinking teeth. Joel and Spike is thinking teeth. Patty is thinking teeth. John is thinking 4000 BC. Well, I guess back then they didn't, you probably had your teeth knocked out pretty quickly, or they fell out pretty quickly, no dental care. Well, then again, you're only alive for like 20 years anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. Joax's teeth. Sydney Cat, I could live without kissing. I'm vain about my teeth. Okay. Martha is saying, well, I haven't kissed anyone in a long time. Okay. Got that big smile. That big smile. John, kissy cats. Yep, kissy cats. All right, let's go ahead and let's let me see here. Veronica is losing my teeth. I think for me, I kiss my wife a lot, so I think it'd be the teeth also. Yeah, Hopefully that wasn't too much information, but I think I'd rather lose the teeth. You can always get dentures anyways if you had to, right? All right, let's go on to the next one. This is a gross one, just a heads up. So, would you rather drink from a toilet, back to toilets again, or pee in a litter box? Now, the interesting thing with this, if you have a toilet that has a bidet in it, you don't have to stick your head inside the toilet box, right? You can just, I guess, press the button and the water will shoot up into your mouth. So just take that into account with this one, as far as this one goes. All right, let me hide that comment. Let's see what people are thinking for this one. All right, so far, Cat Friends is thinking P. Joel's with the P. Patty Fish is with the P. Or no, Patty Fish is with the litter box. Martha is with the litter box. Sydney Cat P in the litter box. What's the difference as I am a cat? Exactly. So it's all good. It's not. It is true. Tranquil, the litter box. Joax with the P. And John with the bidet. Yeah, so that's the thing with the bidet. Like I said, if you try to drink out of the litter or out of the toilet bowl, you can just hit the button and the water will come up towards you. It's like a drinking fountain, basically. You could look at it that way. Guess my wife is in here too, feeding Rosemary her first dinner, which I guess she's a little sleepy at the moment, but she's just shaking her head at me with my conversation here. But that's normal, I'm used to it. All right, I think that's enough of that one. Let's go on to the next one. So, would you rather be forced to live the same day over and over again for a year, a whole year, or take 3 years off the end of your life? Had to read that for a second. It's like, that didn't make any sense. What are you doing? So let's see, would you rather live the same day over and over again, like Groundhog's Day for a full year, or just take off 3 years? I didn't put it anyway because you said you got it the following week. All right. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Cat Friends is saying the same day. Joel is saying the same day as long as it was a good day. But what if it was a bad day, though? Yeah, it does depend on what day it is, right? John is saying Groundhog Day. Martha's saying she's torn. Days are basically the same anyways. Okay. Getting a lot of people just saying it depends on what the day is. So if it was a good day, I guess you may be more inclined to doing it. But if it was a bad day, then maybe not so much. See, so Christy here, or Veronica, I don't know why I keep on calling her Christy. Veronica, why would you take off 3 years? Just out of curiosity. I thought you were going somewhere. You have... What? No, I have food. If you want to get something, you can. It's up to you. I think you can make that decision by yourself. Sorry, I got my wife asking me questions here about food and stuff like that, so... Alright, let me see. Losing my thought here. Alright, Cat Friends, I want to go to Groundhog Day, bucket list item. Okay. Patty Fish, neither. Yeah, John, that's true. Good times or bad times, you had your share. Yeah, it'll be interesting, John. Hopefully, if maybe you get into you have your interview with Bert and how that goes. But I would be interested in it for one. and I think you'd do fine. I'm not quite being strangled, Alan, but I got my wife asking me questions on things, and it's like, it's hard to, like, going back and forth, looking at chat and trying to answer her. It's like, it's a struggle. The struggle is real here. Okay, let's get on to the next one. Would you rather never eat watermelon again, or forced to eat watermelon with every meal? So what do you think here? Solution, right? Simple. You'd pick that easily, but you know. Yes, happy wife, happy life, right? Got to keep her happy. Okay, let me see. So Joel likes watermelon, so I think he would pick the forcing to eat watermelon with every meal, kind of like as a dessert. Cat friends would never eat watermelon. Sydney Cat, eat watermelon with every meal. Martha, you like it, but you can live without it. Okay. Joax would be with the watermelon. Patty Fish would be watermelon with every meal. Tranquil, you hate watermelon, so I guess that would be your choice. Then never eat watermelon again. And then John, Marilyn Manson eats watermelon. Okay. Tranquil, you really must dislike watermelon if you don't even like the smell of it. That is. I like to smash watermelon. That would be pretty fun. Oh, speaking of smashing watermelons, does anybody? There was a comedian. His name was Gallagher, and this was back in the 90s. I want to say he had like a variety show on TV, and part of his act, he would always get out like these gigantic watermelons, and he'd smash them with a sledgehammer. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Or was I just having a fever dream with that when I watched his show and it didn't actually happen? Let me know if you know who I'm talking about with Gallagher smashing watermelons with a sledgehammer. Let's see. So Martha remembers. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Cool. And let me see. Joel, he remembers. Yep. He knows who I'm talking about. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate you. Just invaluable, and you know, there's a lot of options here, so I do appreciate you popping in. Veronica was saying that you never eat watermelon, even though I like it. Okay. Let's see. Let me scroll up a little bit. Sydney Cat is remembering Gallagher. Yeah, Gallagher was a funny guy. Alan was saying he remembered Gallagher too. Patty also. Yeah, Alan, I think all of his hair was basically on his sides from what I remember. He was kind of bald in the beginning. Let me see, what was Jennifer saying? Answer to that one is that she would never eat watermelon again. I think I would probably agree with those who would never eat watermelon again, because I'm not really, I don't even, in all honesty, I'm not sure the last time I even ate watermelon. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. But yes, let me see what I was saying here. Just give me a second. Let me scroll into the chat. Yeah, Sydney Cat, I agree with your statement there. Jennifer is a great content, great supporter, good stuff. I appreciate all the cat channels that are out there. I mean, I appreciate everybody's channel, but I have a special place in my heart, obviously, being a cat person and, advocating for kitty cats. That's the best. Bert, you're switching support channels, no problem. I know you got like those 18 laptops and 40 channels, so you support everybody, and that's always much appreciated. Very good friend. All right, so now this is about the halfway mark or so. I normally do these streams till about 6 o'clock or so, so we got about 50 minutes. I want to hit a little bit of YouTube stuff. I find the YouTube stuff is always interesting, fascinating. So I have a couple of things I want to talk about YouTube. And as always, if anybody has any questions about YouTube or has a comment or something they want to discuss, then just feel free to put it in the chat and we can definitely talk about it. That's how we grow and that's how we learn this platform called YouTube, so that's what we're going to kind of hit up next for the next about 40 minutes or so. Also, Bert, just a heads up, I might sing again. I said if enough people stay in the stream the whole time until about that 6 o'clock hour, I will sing another song. I don't know what, but I will do another little song. Chat kind of freezes up a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's talk YouTube for a moment. Well, it's going to be longer for a moment, but all right. So hopefully everybody can see this slide here. I want to hit kind of these points: shorts, long form, live, and questions. And it looks like Martha has a question actually. So let's get to that question. Martha, personally, I do not pre-record anything on StreamYard. No, actually, never mind. I do. Yes, I do. Sometimes I will record something and then I will put it into StreamYard and I'll let it play for like 5 hours or so. So yes, I on occasion I do that. That's yes. I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, yes. Let's go ahead. StreamYard keeps on freezing momentarily for me. All right, so I want to talk about shorts real quickly. So shorts, they're great for subs, right? You can definitely get a lot of subs in with shorts. However, the issue sometimes with shorts is the type of sub that you're going to get who watches your shorts. They may not necessarily watch like your longer form videos, right? So, and that's okay. That's not the end of the world, because some shorts viewers, they will watch your long form videos, but a lot of short viewers, short subs, they're only there for shorts, and that's that's just what it is. But I will say though, shorts are good to get subs. I will also say that what I've done recently, my shorts recently have done pretty well. They've gotten a lot of views recently, and they have pulled in a lot of subs recently also. And what I've been doing, again, like a 10 to 15 minute clip or so not too long, or 10 to 15 second clip, I mean, so not too long. And then I've been putting the word subscribe at the end. Now, it's obviously totally up to you if you want to do that or not. It doesn't, it's your channel, but I've just noticed recently when I put in subscribe, about the last maybe 4 or 5 seconds of my short, that I've been getting a lot more subs. But again, that's just me. So, all right, the next thing, and again, if anybody has any questions or anything, or has a different thought, just let me know in the chat and we can definitely discuss that. As far as long form videos, now, does anybody know in the chat? Let me know what do you think evergreen content means? Like in what does it mean to you? What does that word mean to you, evergreen content? Let me kind of scroll up in the chat here. Sydney Cat is saying, yeah, it does help with shorts. Yeah, with hitting that, saying subscribe at the end, or those like last 5 seconds or so, it definitely does. Again, making it like 10, 15 seconds or so, and adding some text to it. You know, but yeah, evergreen content. Because long form is really the sweet spot with YouTube. Shorts will pull in subs. We're going to get to lives in a second, but long form is really where it is. Long form videos. But evergreen content, what does evergreen content mean to y'all? Okay, John, what you saying here? I have a question, but I don't want to offend anybody, but it's a question I don't understand. John, I mean, I don't know if it would offend anybody or not. I think we're all adults here, hopefully, and you won't get offended by somebody asking a question. Let me put it this way. If somebody gets offended by you asking a question, then that's a problem on them. So, you know, this is my life. So if you want to ask your question, John, feel free to. I have no problem you asking a question. Yeah, I agree, Sydney Cat. If they get offended, maybe they need to be offended. Ask the question. Yeah, so ask the question, ask away. All right, as we wait for John to type his question, hopefully. So evergreen content is something that will pull in views, and it's something really, if you're wanting to grow your YouTube channel, that's something you really need to think about long term is evergreen content. Think of evergreen content as something that's not like connected to a trend or not connected to like a season, right? So as an example, I can always talk about my own experience with evergreen content. I'm a cat channel, right? So some evergreen content for me, some like evergreen videos for me would be, you know, how to clean a cat's ears, how to trim a cat's nails, how to introduce a new cat to others, what to feed a cat, how to clean a litter box, right? Stuff like that. So depending on what your channel is, you can think of different things that will help you with evergreen content. So Joax, when you say subs, I'm not sure what that means. Let's see John's question here. So, okay, so why do folks heart and like their own responses to other folks' comments? I think, John, to my knowledge and in my opinion, what that does, and the reason I think people will do it, or at least the reason I do it myself, is that's, as far as I know, that's the reason. At least that's my reason for that question. I do heart and like my own response. Yeah, I do. I don't know about everybody else, but I think it's a metrics thing. So, but you know, see what other people think in the chat. Why do you all think, you know, or do you have, you know, a response or an answer to John's question? If you do that yourself, I do it. I think it's a good question. You know, this is kind of a space where you can discuss things, you can talk about things, you know, because the only way to learn is to ask questions and to answer them. Right? You know, that's the only way you can do it. So let me kind of start pulling some answers here. So Sydney Cat is saying sometimes that she does. It's a participation thing, feeling like you're being interactive with others in chat. Okay. Um, Jennifer is thinking that she agrees and that thinks it might show more interaction and that it might maybe help the algorithm, perhaps, engagement. As other people might be responding to John's question, I want to briefly talk about lives. Okay. So obviously, right now I'm doing a live, right? And as it says on the little blip here, lives are great for watch hours. I think anybody who's been doing lives recently, Sydney Cat, I know you've been doing them. Bert, if you can hear me or if you're in the chat, you do them. Myself, I've been doing lives, and they definitely help those watch hours. So if you're a channel that you're good on subs, you're good on that 1K mark, but you really are struggling with those 4,000 watch hours, try to put some lives on. Try to do some lives, because you will notice they make a great difference in your watch hours. You know, something like this, I can maybe, I don't know, you pull in maybe 20, 30, 40 watch hours, something like that, where lives are great for watch hours. But as you can see, the other part, they do need supporters. So for like everybody in chat right now, Cat Friends, Sydney Cat, Jennifer, John, Joax, Tranquil, Alan, if you're still in here, Patty, Martha, whoever is still in here, Joel, if you're in here, Bert, or the Berts, everybody in here, you need to have good supporters, because you can make lives, but if nobody's there to watch them, then they're not going to really do anything. So you need supporters. And that's where, a good group like the Modern Day Breakfast Club comes in handy, because you're going to have people that are going to kind of hang there with you and be supportive for you and be supportive with you. So it's important. Let me see. Sydney Cat is saying lives help watch hours. Yep. They definitely do. I have something more on watch hours, though. That's a little example from another friend that's in here too. All right, let's see. What was John saying? Again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I look at it as personal. I can't ever imagine liking my own responses. Am I banished from here now? John, you're banished to Dogland. No, John, you're good. Like I said, as far as my streams go, John, my lives, if you ever have any question, ask it. And if somebody gets offended, well, then, hey, it's life, right? But hopefully, as all being adults, we can talk through it and come to some kind of agreement or some kind of understanding with it, with these lives. For me, I like it because it we can then have a conversation about it. Adam, can you do a tutorial from start to finish with StreamYard? Patty, I can, yes. Let me see, just let me look at the time, and I don't want to rush that, but let me see, I might be able to do that in today's stream. Patty, if I cannot get it in today's stream, I will do it next week, though. I will jot that down, but let me see if I can squeeze it in today, okay? All right, excuse me. Let me take that off. All right, so that's kind of my little blurb. Shorts, they're great for subs. Long form evergreen content is key for long-term success. And then lives are great for watch hours, but you definitely need some supporters though to help with that, with the time, to sit in there and hang with you for a little while. All right, and if anybody has any other questions, let me know. But I'm going to go on to the next slide. Okay, this is incredibly important to everybody. I think there's a lot of misconception still about this subject. You got to stop thinking algorithm. When you say the word algorithm, instead replace it with the word audience. Audience, audience, audience. It's not algorithm, it's the audience, okay? So this is vital. YouTube doesn't push content, right? That's not its job. It's not pushing your content out to anybody. It's not. It just isn't. What it does though is it pulls, like this poor guy here, like this little guy. I don't know if you can see him, but this little guy, let's say that little man there who's struggling, he's pulling that cart, right? So this is just a little context. Let's say that that's YouTube, that man, right? That man is YouTube. And then let's say in that cart, that's all your videos, that's your content, right? So he's pulling content to viewers based on, and this is important, based on their watch history. Okay, this is incredibly important. Hello there, Ray. Thanks for popping in. Drive safely. Where was I going? So yeah. So have you ever noticed on YouTube, let's say that for whatever reason you started watching maybe some, I don't know, fly fishing videos, right? Let's say you watch like 3 or 4 fly fishing videos in one day, okay? Have you ever noticed like the next day or two, the next few days after that, that you start then getting more videos showing fly fishing? Just a question. Just let me know if you kind of notice that in the chat, or whatever you might be watching that's not something you normally watch, then you get more videos of that, right? I think everybody does. Sydney Cat is saying yes. So the reason that is YouTube is based off of your watch history. It's going to then recommend those type of videos to you, right? If you're watching, I don't know, think that there's this gigantic misconception that people have that YouTube pushes things out, but it doesn't though. It pulls content to people. It recommends content to people based off of their watch history. That's just so vitally important to understand. Because for the longest time, I thought that why isn't YouTube pushing anything to me? Right? Well, it's not that you get spammed with it necessarily, I don't think, but YouTube is just saying, hey, this person watched these things, so they're going to like to watch more of it. So you also notice, like, if you don't watch like fly fishing for a couple of days, then excuse me, then you're not going to get those videos as much anymore, right? So it kind of works both ways. Let me see, what is Jennifer saying here? So they recommended my own stuff too. Yeah, Jennifer, as far as them recommending your own stuff, I can only assume because you're a cat channel, and maybe I get the same thing, right? It'll like pop up on my phone, recommended for you, like your own video. So it's kind of funny, but I get that same thing. Let's see, so Cat Friends, I've gotten notifications about Cat Friends uploading before. Yeah, I have too. But that's your own content. But anyways, the thing I want to get out of this is just so everybody to understand that YouTube does not push any content. It doesn't. That's not what it does. TikTok is different. TikTok will push content out to viewers. YouTube pulls content to viewers. So that's just incredibly important. The other thing I hope everybody algorithm is audience. Audience. That's key. It's audience. It's people. It's not robots. Okay. Let me hit on to the next thing. This is something, let me see. Let me go to. Okay, so somebody in the Modern Day Breakfast Club, they were talking. Oh, and I wanted to talk, John, to you particular about community page, right? So if anybody is starting like a new YouTube channel, they're like wondering, is a community page? It's based on sub count, right? I've heard that. I think Maiden, I want to say, in the Breakfast Club, his new channel has like less than 100 subs, I want to say, and he said he needs 100 subs to get the community page. That is not true. That is just simply not true. It's based, as you can see here, it's based on setting up the advanced features in your settings. It has nothing to do with sub count. You can have 1 sub and you can have your community page. YouTube used to have it where you got to have like 1,000 or 500, but not anymore. Not anymore. It's not based on sub count whatsoever. And this is from YouTube directly. This is where I get my information from. I don't go to places that I'm like not aware of, or I don't go to Reddit. I don't go to those places. I go to YouTube for my stuff. That's the most important thing. I go to YouTube to find out YouTube information. Let me see. Yeah, so let me get here real quickly. John is saying I have suddenly almost 750 subs, but I don't know why. And then Jennifer has a very good answer. It's because people like your content. Exactly. YouTube, it's kind of crazy. YouTube in a way is hard, but it's kind of simple. It's hard and simple. It's hard in that you don't know like what people want in the beginning, but once you figure out what people want, what your audience wants, you double down on it and you keep on delivering that content to them, right? But it's simple that you just make good content. Okay, John, I wanted to talk to you about this. I looked at your community page, John, and I saw that you had about maybe 8 posts or so in your community page over the last year. My recommendation, John, is try to post more frequently. Maybe put a poll out there, right? And I think I was talking to you about this before. Maybe put some images of your cats out there. Put something fun that will get people to interact more with it, but you have to be consistent with it. It's not something you can't just put, something on your community page like every 2 months or every 6 weeks. You gotta, it's like anything else. You have to nurture it. You have to feed it. You have to develop it. It takes time. I've been building my community page for the last like maybe 2 months or so, and I've been posting maybe at least once or twice a week. It could be friends content. Like here, it could be friends content, but you got to be consistent with it. It could be your own content. You could be, like I said, putting up just pictures of your cat up. And I think people, and maybe like, I don't know, say something like you caption this post, right? It could be one of your kitties. They could have like some kind of funny pose or something. And, they say, hey, capture this. But it takes time to build, though. I think, Jennifer, if you're still in here, I think you got a pretty decent sized channel. I think you got like 6,000 subs or so, I want to say. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know how active you are in your community posts, Jennifer, but I think if you are active, you kind of notice the more active that you are in your community posts, then the more you're going to get out of it, right? Just let me know in the chat, Jennifer, if that's the case from what you see, if you are active in your community. I'll wait a few moments there just as chat's kind of thinking on that one. Just curious. I also wanted to, as I'm waiting, if Jennifer hopefully is still on here. Okay, so let me see, what is she saying? Yeah, so yes, that is true. I try to post often in the community, but sometimes I forget. Yeah, that's fine. I do too. But the more active, the more interaction. Exactly. It's like anything else. The more you feed it, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it, right? Like anything else. YouTube, it's a commitment, right? It's not like, for the most part, you're gonna like hit 1 video, 2 videos, and you're gonna have 1 million subs and 5 million views, and and there you go. It's a long-term commitment for the most part, if you're in it. Depending on why you're in it, though, too. Why you're in YouTube makes a big difference. Veronica, let me see. What are you saying? I like to be tagged in your community tabs to notify me of lives. Yeah, I try to tag as much as I can. Veronica, I may not do that as much because you should get the notification regardless. But I do try to tag as many people as I can. It is time consuming, But um, you know, John, let me see. What are you saying? There's a problem. I have work and pay attention. I love the interactions, but I am not able to go. And John, that's perfectly fine because for you, I know YouTube for you is just something for fun, right? You're just you're posting your kitties. Your I love you that you're posting, John. Your kind of like your area where you live at. Those are very nice shots that you're doing. So it's not really a problem as long as you enjoy what you're doing and it's fun for you, right? That's where you get back to the why. Why are you doing YouTube? And I know for you, you're doing it for fun. It might change down the road where it becomes something a little bit more, hey, I might, get something, not get something, that's not the right word, but this might become something that's more than just fun. But for the time being, it's just fun for you. So, that works for you. Everybody's different on their why why they're on YouTube and why they made their channel. Excuse me. Let me see here. What is Cat Friend saying? I don't tag too often because I feel like I'm being annoying. I think on that, Cat Friends, I think if people are gonna ignore you, they're gonna ignore you, right? I think a lot of people, they like being tagged. They like getting a shout out because it makes them feel good. They're like, hey, and it's something on like a personal level I need to start doing more of. I've seen people like, what is it? Cats for Nelson, her channel, Living with Ragdolls, her channel. And there's one other that what they're doing, they're shouting out other cat channels, and I think that's really cool, and that's something that I need to start doing myself because I don't do enough of it. Is saying, hey, go check out this channel, you might like it, that kind of thing. John, you are absolutely welcome. That's what we're here for, right? We're here to try to help each other out and support each other and answer questions and ask questions and just be here for each other. That's what this community is about. I'm technically kind of in two communities. I got my Modern Day Breakfast Club community that I love, and then I have my Kitty Council community that I'm good with too. Yes, Ray, I need to tighten up them screws. Let me see. Veronica, understand, John, I don't do much shorts or use the community tab. I work full time, and there is one thing. It's okay. So here's the one thing as far as like time goes, Veronica and John, just as a suggestion, perhaps you can schedule things in advance, right? Even shorts, you can schedule them in advance. You make a short, you don't have to post the short like right then and there. You can make the short, and then you can schedule it. So the reason I'm saying that is maybe like when you have a day off, if you have, I don't know, an hour or two to spare during a day, like a day off, you can then maybe make 5, 6, 7 shorts, because shorts take so small time, right? They take like literally a minute to do. At least my shorts do. They take very small time. But then you can just schedule them in advance. So just a suggestion, perhaps, just food for thought, just something to think about. I wanted to talk real quickly, and I'll keep an eye on comments as they're coming into, if everybody has a question or anything, or I need to put up something. The thing about watch hours, I don't know if anybody else has noticed this. I wanted to mention my channel, and I wanted to also mention Joel and Spike's channel. The reason being, Joel recently, I think he maybe fell asleep, I'm not sure, but he recently did like a 21-hour live stream. And I was just curious. I asked him, like, how many hours did you get for that? And he said initially, I think he said about 40 plus hours. I'm like, cool, that's nice. But then he said, like, I think a day or two later that YouTube took it down to like about 5 hours or so. And that's so discouraging, right? So it's like, it's hard enough sometimes to get watch hours, and then to have YouTube like pull or take watch hours from you and them not to explain why. It's so irritating to me. I have the same thing. So when I do like these lives, they get X amount of hours, like initially after, But then like a day or two, I always notice that maybe 5, 7, it just depends, hours just disappear. And that's like, I don't understand why. And I'm currently engaged in trying to figure out why on Twitter, because I'm tweeting to YouTube, and all they tell me is like, we're looking into this. We're looking into this. We're looking into this. But I've been dealing with them for like a week plus on Twitter, and I'm not really getting any answers, and it's kind of annoying. But saying all that, it doesn't discourage me, because I know these lives do help, and the more that you push, the more that you keep on, grinding and pushing and making videos, that time will come. But I've noticed that, Martha, you're saying that's happened to you too. So I would say, Sydney Cat, you heard the same thing from friends. So I would say, if you're on YouTube, and if your goal on YouTube is to try to get into the program, keep a close eye on your watch hours, because there's something funny going on with them, and I don't know what exactly. But it seems like they're you get X amounts, but then for whatever reason, it's like they pull things from you, and that's so depressing. It's so depressing. Patty, can you explain this comment to me? Do you mean not having a live for more than 8 hours? Is that what you mean by this comment? Let me know. Yeah, let me know on that. Let me see here. I'm just kind of checking the chat, seeing what I can talk about here. Jennifer, that they pulled views from you. Do you know, like, Jennifer, has it been like a significant amount of views? Or just curious? Let me see here. I'm just keep on going with the chats. Let's see. So what's up with Studio telling me I just hit 1,000 watch hours, but the earn page. Okay. So let me get back to this question real quickly, Ray. Okay. So let me show this. Let me show something. Give me a second, guys. Let me share my screen here. Just give me like 2 seconds. Share screen. Okay, let me share. Oh, hold on. Let me get the right thing. Yeah, so real quickly, as I'm pulling that up, yeah, short hours, yep, they do not count. So short watch hours don't count for anything. And then Jennifer, I'm wondering, just out of curiosity, I'm wondering if those views that disappeared, if those are from bots, maybe, right? They could be a bot watching them, and then they gotta, like, a couple days later, they gotta remove them. That's just a possibility, I'm thinking. I'm still going to share something in a second, Ray, so don't worry, I'll get back to you. Okay, so here's another quick thing. There's a lot of different things going on here, and I'm trying to keep active with everything. Patty Fish, you technically, and kind of like Sydney Cat, you're kind of saying the same thing. To me, no. Here's the deal. I think a lot of you have heard that you're supposed to have, like, your lives no more than 12 hours, right? Or 10 hours or 9 hours. Technically, that's not true. The reason why is if you do a live, and if it's over 12 hours, the only thing that's going to happen is, because it is over 12 hours, YouTube is not able to turn it into a video, right? If you notice before, if you have a video that's like maybe 10 hours, and then after it's done, after the live is done, you can then automatically, it'll turn into a video, right, on YouTube. If it goes past that 12-hour time frame, then YouTube, they can't encode it, and then it just won't become a video. It's like Joel, with your 21-hour video, Joel, YouTube didn't turn it into a video, right? Just let me know on that. All right, and just hold on. I will get to you, Ray, about analytics real quickly here. I want to show something. Real quickly, what are you saying, Martha? They do slowly creep up over time, but I'm not sure that you're good all. Yeah, that's a good question, Martha. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out with those watch hours too. Okay, let me share my screen here. Let me remove this, so it'll be big me for a second, and then I'm going to share something. Share screen, and let me share this. Okay, so let's go on to my channel here for a second. Let me go into analytics. Not analytics, let me go into earn, I mean. This is why I didn't want to share this. I wanted to share it on Firefox. Hang on, guys. Can I share it on Firefox instead? Let me stop sharing that for a moment. Just give me a second. Okay, I don't want to share. Oh, this is what I need to do. Okay, let me pull this over here. Okay, and then let me share this screen. Okay. Okay. I think this is what I wanted. Let me go into the studio. No, that's still not what I wanted. It doesn't show it on here. That's okay. It doesn't. It's not going to show it on that. All right. Let me get back to that question that you were saying, though, Ray. So on your cell phone, okay. Let me see if I can make this big enough. Let me remove that. And okay. So on your cell phone, take that out. YouTube Studio, right? Now, with YouTube Studio, hello Danielle. Thanks for popping in, friend. If you go to your dashboard here, okay, on your cell phone, you see where it says watch time, right? Watch time is 383 hours, right? Okay, I'm going to click into that, and I'm going to click into it one more time, and I'm going to go here. So it says my watch time for the week, right, is 106 hours. Okay, that's what it's been for me for this week, this last week or so. Okay, now you'll notice if I go back to the main screen, let me go back to dashboard. That 383 hours, that's just for the last month. Okay, so that's just for the last 28 days. So that number is going to look different than when you go to your earn tab. Okay, so if I go to my earn tab, let me scroll up. If I go to my earn tab here, right here, you can see my watch hours are actually 662 public watch hours. That's for the last 365 days. So that's why those two numbers are different. If you're still on here, Ray. So that's why they're going to be different. So your public watch hours is 662, but your dashboard watch time for the last month is going to be 383. Now, here's something that unfortunately I don't know, which can confuse these numbers. I don't know if the number here, this 383, is including shorts, right? Even though shorts, that their hours, they don't, let me get that light out of your guys' eyes. The short hours, they don't count for watch hours, but I wonder if they count like on this screen, right? They maybe they count on that dashboard screen, but they definitely they don't count on your let me get this back up, on your earn screen. The reason, probably the biggest reason on why you're seeing two different numbers, just as a possibility. Obviously, I'm not an expert. You know, I find that kind of funny. Anybody who calls themselves a YouTube expert, I would be careful, or a YouTube guru, I would be careful, because YouTube expert is like an oxymoron. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as a YouTube expert, to me at least. But hopefully that answered your question, Ray, kind of. Let me see here. Tranquil, my watch hours are horrendous. Nobody wants to watch my videos. I don't know what to do. Tranquil, I think we suggested this before. Maybe try to do like a live. I know you have the Wi-Fi issue, right? So maybe try to do your live somewhere around your home. And I guarantee you, Tranquil, if you start doing some lives, the community will show up for you and they will support you, and they hopefully will get those numbers up. And it looks like Jennifer here is just saying that she'll help run and play your playlist later tonight, so that'll help you with some support. And then, yeah, Ray, so I've only been doing this since July. My earned watch time is, yeah. So Ray, that's what I was talking about. So your earned watch time, like your total watch time for the last 365 days is 249. And your 347 is for the last 28 days. Yeah. The only thing I don't know, Ray, though, is I don't know if like shorts hours are in there or not, even though the thing that's frustrating with shorts, they don't count as watch hours. So, you know, I don't know if any of you ever go like into your analytics for your shorts, and if you look through it, it has short watch time, right? Like the hours. So like, for example, let's say I just go into my latest short, and I go into the analytics, and I go into engagement, right? So this is the short that I posted this morning. What's crazy about it and what's irritating about it is, even though short hours, sorry, there's a bit of a glare here. Try to make that better. Even though short hours don't count, it's like, why are you posting short hour or watch time, YouTube? If these don't count, then why even have that on there? It's just, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of irritating. It's like, don't have your watch hours on here, right? If they don't count for anything, then don't put watch hours on there. It's irritating to me. It's like, what's the deal, YouTube? You know, do they count or not? If they don't count, then don't put them on here. It's like, it's misleading people somewhat to me. But I don't know. That's just me. Jennifer, I appreciate you popping in. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be in here, Jennifer, but if I'm gone by the time you get back, I appreciate you popping in and feed all them kitties that you got. I appreciate you. Yeah, Tranquil. It is confusing, and then again, I need to try to figure out if, because then I can let everybody else know that's in this group and others, like, you know, do the watch time that you see on your dashboard, is it the same that's on like the earn page, or what, you know? So Ray, let me just, and then in YouTube Studio, it shows you how impressions count towards watch hours. I don't know about that part, Ray. I'm not sure in that part. But hopefully, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any I don't know, anything they want to mention here? I got a few minutes before I got to go. I usually have that quick cutoff time. I try not to go much past 6 o'clock, but if you have a question, something to discuss, just let me know in the chat. Because I want to try to be part of a group that's helping others get whatever their goals might be. And to me, making good content is in the end, it's the key. It's good to have good supporters, definitely, but you got to make that content that people want to watch. You got to figure out what that content is, though, a little bit. That's the tricky part sometimes. So on something like that, I would recommend just look at your analytics and find out what videos do well, and then double down on them. And I would definitely check his channel out. Let me type it in the, or actually let me do this. Let me hang on a second. Let me go and find something real quickly. I would just recommend him. He has a lot of like common sense stuff, and he has a lot of let me try to find him here. Where are you? Somewhere in this stuff. I swear I can spell usually, or let's see. So here. Let me try to copy and paste. Copy. And let me paste it in StreamYard. Hopefully that copied properly. But that would be somebody I would recommend, Nate Black. He has a lot of good stuff. Yes, you are correct, Martha. Shorts only gives you views and subscribers. Their watch hours do not count. I kind of wish they did because it's kind of more fair. But okay, John, what's your question? I don't think you got to worry about offending people here. All right, so as John is typing his question, if anybody has any other questions, just let me know. Pull that back. Yeah, Martha, that's something I'm not sure. I hope not, because then that's even more deceiving if your watch hours are showing you short hours also, right? Instead of just actual hours from live streams or from videos. I hope that is the case too. Yeah, hopefully it's the case. Real quickly, was as always, my favorite color is blue. That's a tough question, but it's blue. But what I wanted to say, I'm always, as everybody knows, I'm a cat channel, and as everybody knows also, my cats are my passion, and I do have a lot of experience in cats. So if you ever have like a cat who's having some kind of an issue, who's having, I don't know, some kind of just behavioral problem, please feel free to leave me a comment on one of my videos that, hey, I have a question or I need some advice. That I will definitely get back to you, because long term for me, YouTube is not a financial thing on my part, but it's a way of building up a clientele of, other cats owners. I don't like to use that word owners, but other cat parents, um, and then helping them. So, you know, that's that's kind of my thing. So always, if you ever have any cat issues, just please hit me up and let me know, and I'd love to help. Let's see what John is asking. I moved to the countryside to get away from all of the urban and suburban stuff. I am just not part of anything anymore. It's hard. I like the social interaction, but I like my personal country space. Okay. um, I mean, I'm not sure where the question really is in that one, John. I mean, if you like your personal space, hey, I'm with you there. I may not live in as small as a town as you do, but the town I live in, John, there's like 4,000 people that live in the town I'm in. We have to drive like 20 miles to get to see anything, basically. So I'm with you there. I kind of like my personal kind of space too. It's good. We're, got like an acre plus that we live on, so I'm all about that. Oh, and that's the other big thing too, just real quickly. So another way to kind of get people to connect more to your channel is by showing you, right? Kind of being, well, you're on camera, by the way, just letting you know, is being more vulnerable with your audience and kind of just showing more about yourself. Just as a heads up, just as something people like the authentic real, and that's something you do good with, John. So maybe, I don't know, again, your call, just maybe every so often, maybe popping yourself in front of the camera and saying, hi world, it's me. People like that, I think. People like the real, the authentic. I think a lot of people on YouTube are kind of gotten tired of like the fake and the phony, like the Mr. Beasts and the stage stuff, and they're looking for more of a real, authentic connection that they're getting with another human being. I really think that's something that's starting to kind of swing a little bit the other way. But yeah. So I guess that's it for now. I don't know, did anybody have any like parting questions or anything? It's a little bit past 6 o'clock, and I like to kind of try to keep this at like the 2 o'clock time frame. But if anybody, do you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any advice for myself that I can make this experience better? I'm always looking to trying to improve on what I do, and always trying to make things as most engaging with the audience as possible, because again, I value your time immensely, and there's a lot of choices out there, right? So I appreciate your time being here with me. So I just wanted to kind of see if anybody had anything else before I start to kind of say my goodbyes and say my adioses until next time. But I'll give chat a few moments, see if anybody's typing anything. Oh, one other thing real quickly, as people, if you're typing anything, we did have a Google Meet yesterday as the Modern Day Breakfast Club. Bert popped in and Veronica popped in, which was awesome. My plan is to do a few more, and hopefully we'll see more of the crew in them, because it's a way, the reason I wanted to do that was it's a way to connect a little bit more like deeply and personally. And even if you're not in the Modern Day Breakfast Club, but you see my post, feel free to drop in. You can make like a deeper connection with people that all you see is just through the chat, and it's like it's not the same chatting to somebody, to me, as it is to talking to them, where you can actually see the person, right? It builds like a stronger bond, I feel like, with the other people. So just just letting you know that just keep an eye on my community posts, and I'll definitely keep you up to date on that. Let me just kind of kind of scroll here back. Yep, got a couple moments here, Jennifer, but I appreciate you popping back in. Hopefully you fed all your kitties and they didn't take any blood from you, being a little late maybe. Let me see, what was Sydney saying? Practice the law of attraction with this and everything you do in life. That's my 2 cents, my thoughts. I am successful on YouTube. I got Rosemary in the back over there. If you all want to just check Rosemary out real quickly, she's strutting herself. I'll never get a lot of subscribers and my channel is blah. And then Sydney is saying positivity. Jennifer is agreeing with Sydney, and so is Cat Friends. So yeah, excuse me guys. Yes, I think Rosemary is exiting. This is real quickly on Rosemary. She's walking out. So with Rosemary, she has to be in her room because 1, she is deaf, and then 2, unfortunately, she does not get well along with other cats. She is the only cat we've ever had where we had to isolate her because she and other cats just do not get along at all. But we get her out as much as we possibly can and give her can be outside and just kind of, hang out there too. But anyways, I don't want to blind y'all. Just understanding of who I am. Well, John, hopefully we will be on your journey of self-discovery, and hopefully we can, I don't know, kind of discover yourself as you're discovering yourself too. Not to sound too cliche-ish there. But I'm going to go. Again, I appreciate everybody being on here. It was fun. I hope you learned maybe a little bit on YouTube. Feel free to share that with others. And I guess that's it. So I'm going to end the stream. I will post a comment just saying thank you, friends. Have a good night. And take care till next time. Hopefully I spelled all that correctly. I think I did. Yeah. Thank you, friends. Have a good night. And we'll see you on hopefully maybe some lives of your own or some videos, some shorts, all that good fun stuff. It was a blast. Peace out. Till next time. And stream.